I'm Dr. Sita Amolo. I'm the current chair of UASU, the Bondo Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology chapter. The reason why UASU National Secretary General, together with KUSU National Secretary General, have called this strike is that since 2020, we submitted our proposals to the government through IPUCCF so that we could negotiate the CBA for 2021-2025 cycle. The unions have been attending all the negotiations, but the government has been making promises each and every day. Most of these promises have turned out to be false promises. And recently, even the new cabinet secretary, Honorable Migos Ogamba, called the union to his office to deliberate upon this, and we thought that we could come to an agreement, but the government is still claiming that they need time to finalize the CBA. But remember, the cycle is 2021-2025. We are already on 2024. The unions are saying on 18th Wednesday, September 2024, we are officially launching the national strike. This strike will only stop if two things happen. If the wars come to an end, or if the government comes to the negotiating table and negotiate and signs a CBA with the university workers. The strike is not mainly about just remuneration. The strike is about underfunding of the university. If you come to the universities now, the classes are overflowing. The university in terms of resources is poorly resourced. The students, even if you look at their funding model, it is a flawed funding model as said by the former CS Treasury. These are issues which the minister should come and address. Both UASU and KUSU are under the same umbrella. And in fact, you'll find that even the chair of that umbrella is the KUSU chairman. And UASU officials are also in that umbrella. We are fighting for a common cause, because what the government did is that they gave a partial, some little increment to grades 13 to 15, excluding all the members. The government is also not ready to pay their arrears, and these are fundamental issues. And I think all the two Secretary Generals, the National Secretary General UASU and the National Secretary General KUSU, are under instructions from members to negotiate this CBA. Let it be registered is when members will go back. If there's anybody to call off strike, is the National Executive Committee of the respective unions. And I can assure you, as opposed to other unions, we are not going to do that. If anybody attempts to do that, members will also call a special National Executive Committee to deal with them.
My name is Dr. Fuawu Adongo. I'm the treasurer of UASU Youth Chapter. I do support the national office for calling this strike. Just like my chairman has mentioned, we are going to continue the strike until the government meets our demand. We cannot be in the classroom where we are teaching the students and yet the remuneration they are not be paid. We know some of the students in future, they are going to be lecturers as we are, and therefore we are paving the way for them to ensure they are going to enjoy. Secondly, the method being adopted by the government in funding the university is instead making the university becoming poorer and poorer. If you look at our students, they cannot afford. By the way, do you know a lecturer cannot take his or her daughter to university? Why? Because they are all taken band 5, assuming they are all working, and therefore they have to pay 100%. How does that happen? They are taxpayers. How does that happen? They are also teaching their children. How does that happen? They are taking care of the other students. And somebody who is demoralized cannot deliver well. Therefore, this strike will continue until the demands are fully accomplished.
My name is George Kunditi. I'm the chair KUSU Youth Chapter. I want to emphasize that the future of work is a bit dim, and the employer is not ready to transfer benefits to the worker. And this calls for us to evolve. If we don't evolve, then we will definitely dissolve. The union is determined to go the heights with this strike. Even if it means going to the cells, we are ready to go there. And I want to invite you to the negotiations or the strike of the KMPDU. The likes of Odinga were able to be jailed, and the rest of people are now enjoying the benefits because of them. We are doing these things for posterity. We are not doing it for us. And in a society like this, few people are gifted to stand for others. We will go all the heights until this CBA is implemented to the letter. And that's that's the reason why we are here. It will not be called until we find money reflected in our accounts. And while negotiating, they have been negotiating differently. But because both hit a deadlock, they saw the need to come together. So as we speak, UASU and KUSU are basically together. And I can assure you that we will go the full length of it together.
Dr. Godfrey Baraza, I'm the Vice Chair of UASU Youth Chapter. What I wanted also to emphasize is that we are trying to do away with the discrimination which the government is doing. You remember that the government increased the workers for the teachers, that is the NAT and the KUPPET. Last year, they increased their salary. The public service, they also increased their salary. So there's discrimination when it comes to the university workers. So we are calling upon that we also need to be able to come to fight together so that the government also increases our salary. You remember that come next month, that is in October, there is what we call the SHIFU, that is the Social Health Insurance Fund, which the government is going again to start deducting from our pay. It is also deducting in terms of the house levy 1.5. So you'll find that come next month, we are going to be losing a lot of money. Unless we get an increment, then we cannot be cushioned in terms of the economic turmoils we are going to face next month. Thank you.
We shall never be divided, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Divided, we shall never be divided. We shall never be divided, for the union makes us strong.
But for us to
Ha ha ha!